like a giant soft hanky.
Giant?
We get it, Dan. You're a freaky frog. Boys should not be watching Victorious. You can get away with the Drake and Josh, A Wizard's of Waverly Place, but as a guy, you had no reason to watch a show about a teenage girl's journey to becoming a pop star. But kid me did not care, because Victorious was my top Disney/Nick sitcom. I personally have it over iCarly and Good Luck Charlie, which is blasphemy to some of y'all. Shout out Gibby, Spencer, and Gabe though. But for me, bar the freaky deaky influence of He Who Will Not Be Named, Victorious is one of the shows that just really had it all. Cool cast, interesting plots, and baddies on baddies on baddies. So I thought it best to inject myself with some nostalgia and explain to y'all why some boys were secretly watching Victorious on the low. And for those who haven't watched, here is all you need to know. Victorious follows Tori during her first couple years at Hollywood Arts, a school training the next generation of singers, actors, entertainers in general. There she meets a 1 in a million friend group. Best friend Andre, arch rival Jade, weirdo Robbie with his fucked puppet Rex, actual psych patient Kat, and will they won't they, it's complicated cause he's dating Jade, but they probably make a better couple, Beck. Together with Tori's self-absorbed sister Trina, they all embark on a journey to hone their talents, finish school, and hopefully make it into Hollywood. First things first, Victorious is the funniest kid sitcom period. The only thing that comes close is Drake and Josh, and that's because their starting trio was damn near MSN how they were moving. In terms of comedy, no show doesn't like Victorious. Why? Because they didn't overly rely on weird humor like iCarly, who had Gibby and Spencer doing humiliation rituals every other week. I mean, look at this shit. With Victorious, it was a lot more tasteful. Sure, you got your gimmicks like Andre's crazy grandma, and Sinjin in general.
How about a bobblehead that looks like me?
My dad's a cop.
Moving on.
But the chemistry between the Victorious cast members was enough to create hilarious moments on its own. Take the relationship between Rex and Robbie for example. You had an insecure creep loser in Robbie, puppeteering one of the funniest, loudmouth and horniest creatures in existence, Rex. That dynamic was an infinite joke glitch.
I don't like to change in front of him. He makes jokes.
Yeah, I do.
Or take Kat, the embodiment of the word airhead. Add literally anyone else and you were bound to laugh.
I swear, Kat, if I were you, I'd just punch me right in the face. Ow! Kat! What? You just punched me in the face! You said to.
But the best parts were the group episodes, cause that's where we saw their collective chemistry shine. Like I remember that one time the group traveled to the beach and everyone but Kat got stuck in the RV and they were sweating, thinking they're gonna die, some choosing to drink goldfish water to survive. And when it was Robbie's turn to take a sip of the only fresh water available, well... Or that other time, they had to sleep over at a teacher's house for an overnight acting challenge? They had to sleep over at a teacher's house? Damn that Dan Schneider! Anyway, the way they all stayed in character in some of the wackiest roles was insane. Andre was pregnant, Kat was a 70s late night host, and Jade went from killer goth to Southern belle and still found the time to check a girl who was feeding cereal to her man. I know that's right. I almost forgot. The time Robbie started his own gossip magazine, called it Robberazzi, and spilled all his friends' darkest secrets to get clicks. That's when I knew that this show was meant for the boys, because every man I know, every male I see on TikTok, like Robbie, are all gonna switch up on our closest homies the second we make it big. The great cast chemistry in Victorious feeds into the second reason why a lot of boys were watching this shit low key. Victorious had the best portrayal of friendships with guys ever. Like I actually learned men and women can be platonic friends through seeing Tori and Andre's friendship. And that may sound crazy to y'all until you realize every other show was saying the complete opposite, as if it's by law that their male lead had to pine and simp for a girl season after season, watch her date a new man season after season, only for her to realize at the very end of the show the best man for me was right under my nose all along. You want evidence? You want the truth? You can't handle the truth. Ned's Declassified did it. Kim Possible did it. Zoey 101. I mean, iCarly did it twice. But with Tori and Andre, you knew their friendship was genuine. But they were also so compatible, Nickelodeon was playing into the ship. But for real, they truly had each other's back again and again. When Andre encouraged Tori to stay at Hollywood Arts and pursue her dreams, when Tori helped Andre write that new song he was really struggling with, she damn near wigged the man for the guy. Like, you can't be singing duets like this and not be an elite duo. But the boys themselves were another positive friendship. Beck, Andre, and Robbie really ran shits when they got a scene together. I remember when they teamed up with Psychowitz, the acting teacher, they kinda cheat and win the no phones challenge against the girls. Or when they all pretended to fight over Trina to try and make themselves look weird and undateable in her eyes, so she'll stop telling lies that Beck asked her out. But now we're on the topic of Trina, so I can finally say something that's been on my mind since I was 12 years old. Smash. Don't boo me, don't boo me. Yeah, she might be a little cuckoo like Cocoa Puffs, but answer me this, ain't she bad? My answer? Absolutely. And finally, the songs. I'll be honest here, boys were getting their musical hits from Phineas and Ferb, and as good as a show as Victorious was, it gets washed sonically by P and F. Nothing can go band for band with Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and Ferb's music catalog is actually ridiculous. I mean, Itchy Itchy Goo goes platinum in my house. But Victorious's playlist is nothing to snub at. I can't go through all the songs, but I for sure have my top 3 nailed down. In third we got LA Boys, sung by the ladies as an apology for being late to help the guys with their toilet fundraiser. We love women taking accountability, just don't ask me to donate to a Tinkle Aid. In second place we got Take a Hint, sung by again the ladies to a couple of lads who really needed to. This really takes the phrase "the worst she can say is no" to another dimension. And at last, Leave It All to Shine, sung by everyone in collaboration with the iCarly crew. Freddie's Got Some Pipes. That's all I have time for today. I really enjoyed looking back on this great show. I hope you all join me for the next one. Love y'all, like and subscribe, and bye.